Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. As you see here, I have a bit of a full house. Well, not a bit, I do have a full house. Some of these are cars that I have pulled out of my backlog and finished. I'm actually kind of pleased with myself. I finally emptied out an entire floor of project cars waiting to be done. So a couple of these actually came from a junkyard visit that I made. And let's see, so the Bugatti Chiron you've all seen before. This one over here is the Bugatti Veyron. And I actually changed the wheels on this. It came with Pagani, like the Hoyera wheels. But I looked at the pictures of the Veyron on Wikipedia, and this rim was closer to what I actually saw on the real cars. So I decided to go with this. This is the rim that comes with this one, with this particular mod, and I'm okay with that one. I did chrome them out so they look shiny and everything. This one, the factory color wasn't red. I made it red because I felt like making the cars red. Let's see, this one is worth $2.6 million. Yeah, the factory color on this was this ugly orange. And this is $2.6 million for that car, with 9,000 miles on it. This one is 32,000 miles. The factory color on this was also orange, but the cost of this one is just over $2 million. So we're looking at $4 million worth of cars there. The Porsche 911 RS America is finished finally. This car, I also changed the rims from the stock Porsche rims, because I've been experimenting with these, trying different rims on them to see what they look like. This is modern 06, I think. And they look okay. I don't know if I really like it, but it looks alright. Black is the factory color for this car, and it's $222,000 for this car with 150,000 miles on it. This car is a Porsche 914, and I've actually had this mod for a while and haven't worked on it in a bit because I don't really think the 914 is that attractive of a vehicle. But this mod actually goes together pretty well. I like how it went together well. I like how it looks. The engine is underneath there. You see where it says engine cover? The engine is buried in there. To access it, you have to take that out, which is kind of a pain. And it has the V6B engine in it rather than a Porsche engine. I think the modder was talking possibly about putting a Porsche engine in it, but we only have the B6, the various B6 engines that might fit in there, because I don't think you could put the V10 from the Carrera in this thing and have it work. It's kind of bare bones inside, but it looks alright. I mean, the interior is totally molded. There is a seat in there. There is a seat in there, but it's miniaturized. You have to put it in there like that. You see it there? Otherwise, you can't sit in the car. That's why the guy put it there. Oh, you can see the engine this way. So yeah, that's not bad. And this one is actually more valuable than I thought it would be. It's $127,000 for this car. Yeah, that's more valuable than I expected. I didn't think the 914 was worth that much. And finally, this is a GT40 that I picked up in the junkyard recently. I chromed out the wheels, and this blue is the factory color. I added the stripes to it though, because I think it looks nice with the stripes. I do wish the stripes were narrower. I think they're a bit too wide. I think there should be more of a gap between them. Maybe if they were about, I don't know, 6 inches narrower, or maybe 6 inches narrower on the inside. I think this is okay, the way the stripe curves down here through this scoop. I think that's alright, but I think there should be more of a gap between them. And this one is actually like the least, well no, actually this is a bit more. I think the GT40 seem to be weird value-wise, so this is $160,000. So the least valuable car here is the 914, and it's $120,000. So we're looking at call it 300, 500, 4 million, 4.6, call it about $5.1 million worth of cars here. So yeah, that's a worthwhile bit of effort there. Let's get rid of all of these, because I do have a car lined up to work on. I need to make some room in here to get it so we can work on it in here. keep looking for another 911 Turbo. I haven't seen a 911 Turbo in a while. I keep finding the 911 RS version. Bugatti Chirons I could sell all day long. I don't think it's a very attractive car, and it's $2.6 million is too much money to pass up, even if I'm really kind of sick of working on them. Okay, we've made some space. Now I have to figure out where this went. Now they patched in the game to add more parking, and I still had a couple. I think I had an empty level or two. I cleared finally this level. The last level I had cars in it, 3 cars in it, and I cleared that one finally. And the car that I bought most recently is probably up here somewhere. Actually, I want to pull this one out. And I have to just find where the other car went. I assume it's going to be up high somewhere. Probably in level 3, because they'll go wherever there's room, and it's not there. There it is. Excellent. So you may be aware that they have added a Chrysler DLC, which was a surprise to me. Rather like the Mercedes DLC, they added this DLC with no fanfare whatsoever. Just appeared one day on the store, and I found this one on my second trip to the junkyard looking for them. This is the Chrysler 300, and it has a V8 OHV-M engine in it. That's interesting, because that's the new engine they've added, I believe. I also picked up this. This is the SCEO. One of these days, SEO. I'm gonna say SEO on that, but it's the LX550. This one has been like the analog to the Chrysler 300. And I'm not going to do both of these at once. I'm going to cosmetically fix these up so that they look the same, because I want to kind of compare what the in-game car looks like versus the actual Chrysler 300. So let's start ripping these apart. Okay, body condition is 1%, so that's everything in there. And are there 300C interior bits? I bet there are. Yep, so they've added in the actual pieces for the interior. Let's try repairing this stuff, see if it's worth our time. Well, let's go ahead and do this stuff too. I won't be able to live with myself if I leave these pieces in here. Where's the battery at? Is it in the back? Yeah, there it is, way back there. And there must be a clip on there. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna remember to put this on the battery charger for once. And I know I need to buy some clips, because I only have one. I'm gonna try to repair that stuff. And I need an ABS module because there wasn't one on there. So we might be able to repair the air filter housing, the cover and the base. I think we repaired a lot. Didn't repair the ABS pump. Don't need that. Let's see, so ABS pump, air filter base. And then we got a front door, right doors, fenders. So we know we need all the glass. You always have to repair the glass. I need the hood. Windows. There was no trunk. Mirror. I think I have the left headlight, but... well, I think I need both headlights, don't I? Pretty sure I need both headlights. Yep. Both headlights. Both taillights. Left side mirror, rear bumper. So rear bumper, left side mirror, front bumper. I think that's everything, huh? I wonder. We'll find out in a minute. And that battery should be done. Radiator A. And I always wait, because sometimes they want the radiator fan housing and sometimes they want the radiator fan housing B. In this case, of course, it wanted B. Yeah, I did put that on. Just need the clips here. Like how this car has green parts and black parts on it already. Rear left door. SRT8, so it's going to have a powerful engine when we're all done, too. Okay, what are we looking at here? 100%. Good deal. And the factory color is black. I don't think I'm going to leave it black. I've done a lot of black cars lately. Let's move you there. And let's quickly do this, because I just want to see what these cars look like side by side. Has no seats and no steering wheel in it. Now what do you want? You want probably seat 4B, steering wheel 6. That's not what I want. I want to be, well, actually I do want to be here. Come back to that. And I want, it was wheel 6, right? Yeah. And I think it was seat 4, fabric B. Got to put a space in there. Yeah, seat 4, fabric B, steering wheel 6, and the bench. Where is the bench? What is it? Bench LX550. Did I not put the battery back in here? I did not. So that means I need to be there. Ah, I just put... What did I do here? There we go. This is why I normally just buy batteries. Oh, look at that. For some reason I thought I had an ABS module already. I guess I probably couldn't repair the one that I pulled off. I just need to go get the battery anyway. Just clear out the junk here. Okay, so we need all of the glass, and I wonder if I have to go to the other store. Yeah, these parts are in here. Headlights, so headlight and taillight C I want. I thought I bought 4 plates. I guess not. I guess I don't have a fender. What about the rear bumper? I don't remember if I took a rear bumper off this thing or not. Nope, so I'm going to have to look and see. I think the front bumper was bumper B. No right front door. Oop, there is a fender though. There's probably no... I probably don't have a mirror for this door either. Yep, I knew it. Right side mirror. Yep, it is rear bumper B. Okay, the body's 100%. Now I want to move you over there. They're both like a mishmash of black and green parts. It's kind of interesting. They do look quite a lot alike. Okay, so I think they're both factory color black. They're both factory black too, aren't they? They are. Ugh. I'd rather not do black. I feel like I've done a lot of black cars lately. Could always just go with red, since that's my usual color. I think I want to make them the same color so that we can see the similarities. That's not bad. That's like a nice forest green. Let's go with that. 150, 125. I wonder if there's any livery for this car. Nope. Okay, so then they're now painted the same color, and I just kind of want to look at them because I know that the 550 is like the game's analog to the Chrysler 300, and so here's an actual Chrysler 300. And they do have the same kind of profile. A big chunky rear end. That one is chunkier than this one though. But it has the same style of lights and the big huge trunk. Because I remember one day I was driving into town and I saw a Chrysler 300 on the side of the road. And as I came up, it was on the left side shoulder. And as I came up behind it, I really thought it was one of these cars because it had the same sort of lighting. Of course, this is a different light. Since this is the supercharged V8 version, and it has like the different lighting piece than this one. They do look very similar. This one, of course, has got a different engine in it. I'm looking forward to getting into that. So let's start taking this thing apart. Got to get my fuel tank and stuff together. wonder if the muffler is... No, it's not. I saw it. It had a... It's got like... Yeah, okay. V8 OHVM. So no... Doesn't look like it has the muffler for that. Look at that thing. So we need this thing here, and two of the rear mufflers, which I think there it is. I'm going to have to keep an eye out because these things are going to have the Chrysler logo on them. And that's the entire exhaust system, except for the manifold, of course. Cool. I thought I just took that piece off, and I didn't. So it looks like we're dealing with the suspension arm rear end. Only has gearbox V8. I thought it might have a specific kind of transmission for this engine, but no. That's the generic V8 transmission. It's got sport tires on it, I see. Probably going to have to put race tires on it since the engine is going to be significantly souped up. So I think it's a Hemi V8 engine in here, so it's going to be way more powerful when we're done with it. Of course, it's an OHV engine, which means we're going to have push rods and rocker arms to deal with. That, of course, is always fun. Alright, let's process this stuff. I know we're going to need 16 bushings for this particular kind of rear end. 8 of each. 8 of each. And then I just sold off the old brakes because it's going to be a new set of rear brakes. Disc brakes, mind you. And I'm going to get the knuckle, it's the rear knuckle A. grab those, and I think it was hub 3. So wheel hub bearing, wheel hub 3. Okay, that drive shaft is not going to be repairable. It's only 7%. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's see, what else? Rear hub, shock absorber A. You know what, I looked at it, but I'm not sure which sway bar that was. Rear sway bar B. Okay, that should get us quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, down to the suspension arms and the rear cross member. Let's see what we can repair here. Oh, I wanted to dismount those tires. So we didn't repair the gearbox, which is a bummer. Need one of those. Gearbox V8. Oh, and which rear drive axle was it? Was it B? I think it was. Not sure, though. No, it's not. Thank God I didn't buy that. Rear drive axle. Alright. So now we have everything we need to rebuild the rear suspension. I want to dismount these tires and try to repair the wheels. Yeah, we should be able to repair both of those rims. They're both above. One of them was 21, the other was like 33%. Should be able to repair both of those, no problem. And then we can paint them. Oh, I think one of them broke. Yeah. You piece of... Okay, so that's a 20-inch 300C rim. And those are 255, 45, 20. Okay, and match the tire sizes. Okay, let's go and chrome these rims out. I think that'll look really sharp against this green. Did I not put that on? I bet I didn't put it on. So this is the one that was repaired. You can always tell when you repair them, they'll come out this way. You have to just bang the brightness up, and you can black chrome. You can do them in black chrome. I've done that on a couple of cars, and it looks really good on some of them. I have to get that. I have to get that mirror out of my inventory because I'm not sure that I may have just painted the same rim twice. I guess I bought an extra. I guess I bought an extra one of those. Where is it? Yeah, because I think I may have just painted the same rim twice. Yep, I did. No, I don't want to separate that yet. I want to install that. Now I want to separate these. Did it this way because I just wanted to be sure to not dismount the chromed one I just put on. There we go. Now this should work. You know, this particular rear end, I think, is the most... I mean, it's the most complicated one to take apart and put together. It involves the most work, taking things apart and putting them back on. But I also think it's the most satisfying one when it's done, because it just looks so good when it's all assembled with fresh, new, clean parts, as opposed to the ratty, old, rusty stuff that you had to take off. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of effort, but it really pays off in the end when you assemble one of these. Ah! And you know, this spoked wheel actually looks quite a lot like the one that I saw on the... when I was looking at the pictures of the Bugatti Veyron on Wikipedia, the spoked wheel that they had on the Veyron looked... This particular spoked wheel looks a lot more like that one. Though I think the Veyron I think the spoked wheel that was on the Veyron pictures that I saw had more spokes to it. So there's nothing exactly like it in the game, unfortunately. But I always try, especially when I build one of those modded sports cars like that, I try to find something that looks more like stuff that I've seen pictures of, because it seems like all the modders use the Pagani. I always have a hard time pronouncing Hoyera, and I'm probably not saying it correctly anyway. But anyway, all the modders seem to use the Hoyera wheels, and they just, I don't know, I'm kind of tired of looking at them. And there's so many different rims that I have access to, I wanted to try some different things. Though I did find on, I think it was on the Lamborghini Centenario, there is a rim that's in there that looks kind of like they have kind of a 5-blade wheel that looks sort of like an airplane propeller almost. The way the spokes are the spokes are angled almost like a propeller blade in pitch. And there is one rim that looks like that. It's not exactly right, but it looks better than the Hoyera rims do on that car. Yeah, I think the chrome is going to work really well here. So we're looking at front shock A here. camera's point of view is inside the engine block right now. Ah, damn it, down. I want to get down. There we go. Alright, let's get that engine out. Okay, and I want to process now through the stuff that we need to get rid of. And that was front sway bar. You can always tell that because the front shock A is the only one that uses the sway end link A, but the front sway bar can be either A or B. I always forget to look. And then ventilated discs for the front. I screwed that up the other day. And I bought, I was working on the back end, I think, and I bought ventilated discs, and when I needed the standard brake disc, it was a little bit annoying. Man, you click off that field and it instantly gives up on you. Okay, so I want to get that, 2 of those, and 2 of those, and get started on assembling them. I did try once to separate 26%, that one should be good. I did try once to separate a shock absorber like this into the component parts to see if they were repairable, and they're not. 36%, so this is kind of like the back. 36 and 21. So those can go. I need hubs. Full set of hubs. And then I want to go ahead and get the tires. I think that's the same size as the back, wasn't it? No, I think the back was 255. 245, 45, 20. Yep, match the tire size. Excellent. So the rest of this is all we can potentially repair here. Something failed. I saw it. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. So front steering knuckle A, front axle knuckle cover. Excellent. So let's get these tires painted, get these rims chromed out, get the tires mounted, and then we can reassemble the front and we're good to go. You know, it just occurred to me that I don't think I've ever actually worked on a car that used crossmember F before. Okay, that other wheel should be done by now. Yep. Okay, by the time I get this, probably before I even get much even installed, that other wheel will be finished. You can see it over there spinning. Yep, and there goes the hood. I swear I think it installs. I think it balances faster when you walk away from it and do something else, as opposed to if you just stand there and watch it. Okay, that is a sharp-looking car. Just occurred to me. I know that I need a starter for it because I know I don't have one. That looks good though. I like the color, and it's a solid-looking beast of a sedan. Are there any spark plugs in there? Yes, there are. I think, since it's the SRT engine, I think this is the same engine that's in the Hellcat. Or it's the same core of that engine, I think. I actually do have a Hellcat that's in storage waiting for repair. One of these days I'll have to compare this engine to the Hellcat engine. What are we missing over here? There's no spark plugs in there. All those push rods, though. Thank God the rocker arm is a rocker arm assembly and not individual rocker arms. It's a lot less painful to install when you have the rocker arm assembly. Okay, and those are Hemi pistons. Did I not take that off? I didn't. There we go. Let's take a look at what we have here. I'm going to get rid of that. V8 OHVF, I have to remember that. Spark plug. Push rod. Don't sell that yet. Just because I don't want to forget what I'm looking for. Don't sell that yet. That, and that, and that. So let's go get push rods. $16 of these. Go ahead and get the rings because I know I'm going to need them. I'm going to need 3 of these And 8 of these, because I didn't see any in the bottom of the engine. Gonna need 16 spark plugs, because there's 2 per cylinder. Camshaft V8 was camshaft V8C, that one. And the Hemi pistons. So that means I can get rid of that. And that was V8G rocker arms. And the OHV cam gear, timing V8 was timing F. Now I wonder if they have these coils. I don't know if they have those coils over here in the other store. No. Bummer. I don't think they have the engine heads either. Well, that stinks. So I'm going to need 8 of these. Yeah, V8 OHVG. Was that the right one? Maybe it was. IHK. No, okay. Maybe I can repair those. This stuff, we'll see if we can repair it. We might be able to reuse it. Okay, not bad. We got the heads back. Engine cover B. What's engine? Let's see, there's engine cover A. Engine cover B, that's what I want. Okay, so we already have our pistons and our rod and our rings. So this stuff goes straight into the trash. Hopefully we can repair the crankshaft and the block. And then we'll be on our way. Don't know which oil it needs either. That crankshaft is 5%. It's not going to be repairable. Okay, V8G, crankshaft V8C. There's the right oil pan, so it's going to be the OHV oil. The black one, I think. I hope. We'll find out. It's fooled me before. See, it did. It's the yellow one. I think I have an alternator already. I do. I think I was working on another car and I needed to buy 4 of something, and I bought 4 alternators. And I have been slowly using, well actually I used up 3 of them right away, working on some of those other cars that you saw when I first started here tonight. look at that. Okay, so oil pan V8M. I should have looked for the Chrysler logo. There it is right there. Okay, so pump I4B, water pump, I'm pretty sure it was this one. Watch me be wrong. OHV pulley. There were 2 rollers. Did I actually buy that? I thought I did. I didn't. It wanted 2 roller A's. Let's see, belt V8G and a belt tensioner, sure as heck. Wow, look at that monster. Okay, so V8 OHVM. And looks like we don't get any of those, unfortunately. So we have to do it over here. There's that one, Chrysler logo, and the manifold there. There is another, yeah, there's another Chrysler. There's only 2 cars in this DLC. One of them is a Chrysler Cordoba. I have no idea what it looks like. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I know I could look in the showroom, but I prefer to find stuff in the junkyard and work on them that way. So I'll be surprised when I find one. There's going to be a throttle that goes on that. V8 OHVK. Oh, look at that. Didn't expect it. Okay, so we need to button up the cylinders, and we're good. Button up the cylinder heads, and we're good to go. Get all these plugs in here. It's always fun getting them in the little collars. I bet there's going to be a coil cover that goes on top of this too. Fuel rail cover. I haven't put fuel rails on this thing. Let's see, fuel rail V8 OHVM. Oh, I see. I think that should just about do us once this other cylinder head is buttoned up. And then we should be, I think we have everything we need to finish at this point. Okay, cool. It's almost as, I mean, it's as tall as the supercharged engine with that big ol' intake manifold on it. Looks so different now. So all we need to do now is hook up the drivetrain, and we're set. This car is going to be an absolute beast. Yep, 100% across the board. Perfecto. So now we can test it out. I really like how the green came out. So we got 431. So since we don't have performance manifolds, we probably won't get really high, but I would say over 500 at least, right? Probably close to, probably in the neighborhood of, let's say 600. We have 582. Not that much, only 35%. interior is pretty sharp. So this is another one of those cars that we put a clutch and throw-out bearing in it, and it has an automatic transmission in it. It doesn't have a clutch. It's definitely like a luxury sedan though, with like the faux wood grain and whatnot, since I assume it doesn't have real wood. Wonder what the other one looks like. Well, this one actually does have a clutch and a manual transmission. The console is not as detailed though. These cars still do look very similar. This one is only worth $168,000. Let's take it for a drive and see what it's capable of. Okay, here we are on the drag track. Yes, this green is definitely very good. I'm really pleased with this. This color looks very, very nice. And I was getting a little bit tired of all the black cars that I've been working on lately. And even the chrome wheels look good with this color. But then I think chrome looks good with just about everything. So let's see. I mean, we've only gained 35% in power, so it shouldn't be wildly out of control here. I would imagine it's going to top out around 150 because of the gearing. It's tracking perfectly straight down the track though. I don't think we're drifting at all. I'm getting up to 160. 170. Yeah. Of course now I step on the brake and it's like spin! It's faster than I expected. Not blindingly fast. I mean, it didn't go accelerate really sharply, but it still got up there. Cool, cool. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm not gonna keep this car, and it's $168,000. What I want to do is finish up this 550 over here. And because right now we're at 47 grand, because it needs the mechanical parts all fixed. What I want to do is sell them together, because I want to see what the value is by comparison. So I'm going to hang on to this one, and I'm going to finish this one off screen, and then when we come back I'll sell them both, just so we can see how much they're both worth, by comparison. And then hopefully I will have found like the Chrysler Cordoba to work on. I wonder if there are any. None in here. What does he want? This one wants brakes and body. And this one wants brakes and body. Those are the kind of customer orders I like to do because they're really easy. Anyway, so I'm gonna, like I said, just to reiterate, I'm gonna hold on to this car for a little bit, finish up that one, and then sell them both at the same time, because I want to see how much that one is worth relative to this one. And if I sell this one now, I'll forget how much it was, and I want to know for sure exactly what the value is of the two. So I'm going to wrap this up here, and we will get back to something else next time. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you being here. It's really gratifying to me knowing that people watch this stuff. So thank you for... lost my train of thought. Hope to see you again for our next Junkyard adventure. So on that note, bye for now.